Hello everyone, in this video I would like to compare the Herman Miller Eames molded plywood side chair to the Herman Miller Eames molded plastic side chair. In terms of weight, both chairs are pretty similar, surprisingly. On Herman Miller's website you can see comparisons for different base types and the weight of the chairs, but yeah, it's good that they're pretty similar. And this wobbling is because where the chairs are right now is an uneven surface, so just ignore that. But anyway, why did I get the molded plywood version when I said the plastic version was good? If you remember my previous video, I commented on how the back flexes quite a bit in a plastic chair and that maybe the fiberglass version is better. The issue is that the lead time for the fiberglass versions is so high that you would have to wait several months just to be able to try the chair, and the plywood version was in stock, and I spoke to a Herman Miller representative and they said that it should have similar flex to the fiberglass version, and I was like, okay, you know, it has the color configuration I want in stock, so I might as well just get it, and that's what I did. I moved the molded plywood chair out of the way just so we can do a quick comparison here. So now I have my back to the back of the chair and I'm leaning back, and there is quite a lot of flex, and this does compromise back support. You want it to be more stable if you want to be structurally supported, and this is just not happening. And if you lean forward more, the chair will lean back more, and you can kind of like get yourself comfortable in this position where you don't actually have any lumbar support, and this would be bad for your spine, just being in an non-structurally supported position here. See, now I'm just gonna do a deflection test. Quite a lot of deflection, but at least it does come back to the normal position. And like, what is this chair for? Maybe for younger people that are lower in weight and the flex will not matter as much, and there's no possible warping with this material. So I would say this material is like what you would get if you didn't want to buy or wait for the fiberglass version, but wanted all of the benefits of the fiberglass version essentially. Although the fiberglass version is pretty high in weight. Now we'll test for deflection in the plywood version. You can see some movement maybe, but it's very limited. It doesn't go beyond that. And if I go forward more and lean back, yes, there is some flex, but it's very limited in how far I can push it, and it's not really compromising posture. I'm still able to be fully supported wherever I am, really. So this is what I wanted to happen when I got the plastic chair. I wanted it to be more stable, but yeah, that's why I ended up getting the plywood version instead. The more stability gives better support, and you're just able to like put all of your weight into the back of the chair, and it's not compromising itself structurally. Trying to get a better view of this deflection. See, full leaning back, all the pressure I can put, it's barely moving, versus same test again on the plastic chair. Like, it's completely deforming when I put pressure on the back. I wonder how the fiberglass version would compare to the molded plywood in this regard, but I really don't care if the fiberglass version is only slightly better than this. It's hard to believe that it's any better at all, honestly, considering how much thinner it is than the plywood version. You can see the thickness of the plastic chair is very limited. My fingers are just able to wrap around very easily. It's just like a small distance between them, and that's just how it is for the whole body of the chair, and presumably why it flexes so easily. On the plywood version though, there is quite a bit more thickness, and this is thicker than the fiberglass version, but fiberglass is stiffer per volume. But on the other hand, this has higher volume than the fiberglass version, so it's hard to say which is actually going to be the better chair for rigidity purposes. The configuration I got for the molded plywood version is this black on black, ebony shell and black wire base. I think it looks really good, really nice stealthy combo. Not sure if it's the best for every setting, but I think it looks really cool and complements this chair's features. So the designers of this chair were originally experimenting with plywood for a single molded chair, but found that it wasn't able to be structurally stable at the time. But in 2013, Herman Miller was able to create this chair with some 3D molding technique to use for plywood, and they were able to realize it. And things this chair are probably not the best for are outside use, perhaps, because it would warp if you put excess water on it for an extended period of time, but for my purposes, it does the job, and I'm pretty happy with it. Whether it's better than the fiberglass version, I don't know, but at the same time, it does not really matter that much. Maybe if you have the fiberglass version, you could put some insight into whether it flexes more or less than this chair based on the demonstrations and comparisons I showed with the plastic chair earlier. Thanks for watching. That was the comparison between the Eames molded plastic side chair and the Eames molded plywood side chair.